So today I will solve a sway problem when a portal frame is subjected to a non-symmetric load. Obviously the frame will sway and it has unequal length. The AB length and the CD length is unequal, obviously it will sway. The load is also eccentric, that is, if you draw the centroid line, so the center of gravity of the load is in this direction, so obviously it will sway. So this is a sway problem. So let's solve the sway problem. We have a portal frame A, B, C, D with the length given in the problem. AB column is subjected to 30 kN per meter uniformly distributed load. So we will analyze the portal frame. A question is given, ABCD is a portal frame subjected to a horizontal load 30 kN per meter acting uniformly on the column AB. The supports at A and D are highlighted in the figure. The supports at A and B are highlighted in the figure. Analyze the frame and draw the bending moment diagram. Consider equal flexural rigidity for all the members. That means I and I. That means all the members have equal flexural rigidity. Okay, so let's start the problem. First step is, first we will analyze the frame considering non-sway analysis. First we will do non-sway analysis, then we will do sway analysis. In non-sway analysis, the first step is calculation of fixed end moment. Step by step I will explain and eventually you will understand how to solve a sway problem. So how to solve the sway problem I will explain today. So step 1, calculation of fixed end moment. Fixed end moment will be minus WL square by 12 because the member AB is subjected to UDL. So the fixed end moment will be minus WL square by 12. W is 30, L is 8 and you get AB equals to minus 160. So MBC will be positive 160 kN meter. Okay. Come to step 2. Distribution factor. Similar way the intermediate joint will be considered. So I have considered B and C. B has two members BA and BC. C has two members CB and CD. Right. Now calculate the relative stiffness. So relative stiffness of BA, B towards A. I am standing at B, I am seeing at A, so the far end is hinge. Since the far end is hinge, so relative stiffness will be 3 by 4 I by L. Okay, this is the relative stiffness. So 3 by 4 into I by L means 8. So I have relative stiffness 3I by 32. Okay. In case of BC, I by 8, I am standing at B looking at C, far end is fixed, so I by L, so I by 8. In case of CB, I am standing at C looking at B, far end is fixed, so I by L, so I by 8. And in case of CD, I am standing at C looking at D, far end is hinged, so 3 by 4 I by L will be the relative stiffness, so I have 3 I by 16. See here, I have arranged this fraction in terms of 1 upon 32, 1 upon 32. So in this way I have arranged because while I will add these two factors and I will find out the distribution factor, it will be easy to calculate the distribution factor and total relative stiffness. So while you will calculate the relative stiffness, better to keep this denominator equal. In these two cases, keep these two denominator equal. In these two cases, keep these two denominator equal so that it will be easier to calculate the total relative stiffness and distribution factor. So let's find out the total relative stiffness. This is 3I by 32, this is 4I by 32. So total 7I by 32. Is it very easy? This is 2I by 16, 3I by 16. So total 5I by 16. It is very easy. Just add 3 and 2, just add 4 and 3, you will get 7. So in this way you can calculate total relative stiffness very easily. Then calculate distribution factor, this factor by this factor, you will get 3 by 7. Since this is 32, both the denominator is 32, simply 3 by 7 will be the distribution factor. Both the denominator is 32, simply the distribution factor will be 4 by 7. Is it very easy? Since the denominator in both the case 16, so distribution factor will be only this 2 by 5 and it will be only 3 by 5. It will be very easy. So in this way you can calculate and you can simplify the calculation of total relative stiffness and distribution factor, just keeping this denominator equal. You no need to touch the calculator. Okay. So come to step number 3, moment distribution table. Okay. So in moment distribution table I have written the fixed end moment. MAB was minus 160 kilonewton, MBA was plus 160 kilonewton, and the remaining MBC, MCB, MCD, MDC was 0. So I have written here. Just see here, MAB is minus 160, but the thing is that MAB, since the A support is hinge support, so in this support no moment will be there. So I have to make this moment 0. To make this moment 0, I will add 160 kilonewton meter to make this 0. Since I am adding 160 kilonewton at this support, 50% of this moment will come to this support. So I have to add here 180. Okay. So here I have calculated the here I have neutralized this moment at hinge point, that is A support, and I have calculated this line. Okay. So from here we will start calculation of moment distribution. Okay. So first you add these two moment, multiply with this factor, write it here with opposite sign, add these two moment, multiply with this distribution factor, write here with opposite sign. Okay. So similarly here also add these two moment, multiply with this factor, write it here, write it here. So this is 0, so no need for calculation. Now a carryover moment, 50% carryover moment will not come here because this is hinge point. So at hinge point no carryover will come. From those moment no carryover has come in this hinge because A support is hinge. Okay. Similarly D support also hinge, so no carryover has come at D support. Okay. So only carryover will come from B to C and C to B. Okay. So no carryover here, so only carryover will come here and will come here. This carryover, this is in this line we have. So add these two moment, multiply with this factor, write it here, write it here. 50% of this moment will come here. 50% of minus 137.14 is minus 68.57. So write it here. So here 0 moment is there. So add these two moment, multiply with this factor, write it here. Add these two moment, multiply with this factor, write it here. Okay. 50% of this moment will come here. So this moment and this 0 moment you add, multiply with this factor, write it here with opposite sign. Add these two moment, multiply with this factor, write it here with opposite sign. So here 0 will come. So 50% of this moment will come here. 50% of this moment will come here. So this is 0. So 0 will give 0 balance moment. then 50% of this moment has come here. So add these two moment, multiply with this factor, write it here with opposite sign, write it here with opposite sign. So in this way you iterate this process. Once you get a very negligible amount of moment, that is 0.05 or less than that, you stop the iteration process. Always stop the iteration process after balancing the moment. Okay, don't stop the iteration process in carryover step. Always stop the iteration process in balance state. So in this state you have reached 0.0300. So you add those, add from this level. Okay, add from this level. While you neutralize any moment at a joint and give carryover to the adjacent joint, always add, always mark the double line and start add from this moment. I have added all this moment and I have calculated 130.9, and here I have added all these moment and I have got minus 130.9. Here I have got minus 43.63 plus 46.63, and this is 0. So you cross check it whether you are getting equal and opposite moment at this joint. Here also equal and opposite moment at a joint, then also your answer is okay. So in this way you can cross check. The summation of these two moment will be 0. The summation of these two moment will be 0. So come to fourth step. In this step we will calculate sway force due to non-sway analysis. So this is the part of non-sway analysis. We are continuing from first to fourth step. In this step, first we will calculate horizontal reaction. So horizontal reaction, I told you in the earlier class, the horizontal reaction means MAB plus MBA plus moment of forces on AB about B divided by height. So MAB we calculated in that moment distribution table 0. MBA we calculated in moment distribution table plus 130.9 plus moment of forces on AB about B. If you take the moment about B, you will have so now I will start part B, that is SOE analysis. In the initial part I completed a non-SOE analysis. In this part I will do SOE analysis. So this is fifth step. Since the frame sways towards right, the initial equivalent moment is negative. Okay. So ratio of initial equivalent moment at top of the column I1 by L1 square divided by I2 by L2 square equals to so let's start step 6, moment distribution. The moment you have calculated from table 5 from step 5, that is the moment you calculated from the in previous step, that is step 5. This is BA was minus 16 and CD was minus 64. Okay. So while you calculated the ratio of column moments, moment AB and moment CD, you found out minus 16 and minus 64. So let's start to step 7, SOE force due to SOE analysis. In this is I am doing SOE analysis. This is part B. This is SOE analysis, right? So in part B we have reached step 7. Okay. Here we will find out the SOE force due to SOE analysis. First we calculate the horizontal reaction at A. Okay. So horizontal reaction at A, I told you the formula MAB plus MBA plus MAB plus MBA. Okay. So MAB is 0, MBA is minus 14.54. This is A support, B, C and D. Okay. So this moment plus this moment, this plus this, okay, divided by height is 8. So we have minus 1.81 kilonewton. As this is minus, so it is acting from right to left. Now we will find out HD, that is reaction, horizontal reaction at D point. So MCD plus MDC minus 26.18 plus 0 divided by height is 4. So I get HD equals to minus 6.54 kilonewton. Since this is minus, so it is acting from right to left. So similarly you write it the horizontal reaction at A and D. Okay. Resolving these forces, we can, this is okay, forget about this. So you have to mark this 1.817, and this is 6.545 here. Okay, so not here. Okay, don't mark this horizontal reaction in this figure, always you mark in separate figure. Okay, because we have started analyzing a frame with a sway force for 147.27. we had started a sway force 147.27, and after finally we have reached in this frame. So you don't consider in this step, you don't consider this external UDL in sway analysis. Okay, so separately you draw the frame, then whatever you are getting the horizontal reaction you mark here, and while you are calculating the horizontal reaction, that is HA and HD, don't consider this external load. Okay, so simply you add MAB plus MBA divided by height, MCD plus MDC divided by height. Okay, so in this way you calculate the HA and HD and mark it here. Okay, then you calculate resolving horizontally the sway force due to sway analysis is this force plus this force. You have to calculate what are the balance force is required to balance these two sway force. Here it is 1.7, this is 6.5, so add this and you get 8.36. This 8.36 is required to counteract this force. So this is 8.362 kilonewton. So this force is required to be in equilibrium condition. So we are here, step 8, we will calculate first sway correction. Sway correction is K. So it is required to correct the sway force. What the sway force you obtained in non-sway analysis, that is S, and what are the sway force you obtained in sway analysis, that is S dash. This is S dash and this is S, right? So correction factor K equals to S by S dash. So if you do S by S dash, you will get 17.61. What is the unit? This is unitless because kilonewton by kilonewton, this is obviously unitless. So this is the sway correction factor. This sway correction factor is required to finalize the actual sway. So we have reached step number 10. We will calculate in this step actual support reaction. So we have calculated non-sway analysis, we have calculated sway analysis, all the final moment sway force in non-sway analysis, sway force in sway analysis, and after that we corrected and finalize the final moment. From that final moment, now we will calculate horizontal reaction at A and B, okay, at A and D, okay. So horizontal reaction at A and D will be like that. Horizontal reaction equals to MAB plus MBA plus moment of forces on AB about B. Now we will consider this external force, because this is the actual, or this is the ultimate or final horizontal reaction at A and D. So in this step, now I will calculate vertical reaction at A support and B support, D support, okay. So first we will calculate D support, reaction at D support. So the vertical reaction at D support will be MBC plus MCB plus moment of forces on BC about B. While you are calculating VD, you consider the moment about B. While you will calculate VA, you consider the moment of forces on BC about C. This diagonal you remember, then your problem will be right, okay. So I am calculating vertical reaction at D. So MBC plus MCB plus moment of forces about B, but there is no external force on BC, so only you have to consider MBC plus MCB, okay. So MBC you calculated in that final moment 125.16 and MCB 417.42, and the height length of the member is 8. So MVD, so VD equals to plus 67.82. Since this is positive, so you consider this is in upward direction, right? Okay, now you imagine VD is in upward direction. VD is in upward direction. This is 67.822 kilonewton, okay. Okay, so obviously to be in equilibrium condition vertically, the VA has to be downward direction, okay, because we know summation of V equals to 0. So if VD is upward direction, VA should be in downward direction, then only the frame will be in vertically equilibrium condition, because there is no vertical external force. So if you consider the VA in upward direction, suppose it is upward direction, so it will be something, say this is 105, okay, so 105 is going up, but there is no force to counteract this vertical force. So our intention is to be in equilibrium condition vertically, horizontally, and as well as moment. So to be in equilibrium condition, this VA has to be downward direction. That's why VA has to be negative and equal amount of force. It is plus 67.822 kilonewton upward direction. So VA must be minus 67.822 kilonewton in downward direction. Okay. So last step is bending moment diagram, which is step number 11. So in this bending moment diagram, I will draw the bending moment considering the final moment, that is at A support the final moment was 0, at B support final moment was minus 125.16 and plus 125.86, at C positive 417.42, negative 417.42, and at D it is 0. Okay, so I will draw the bending moment diagram. Always remember this sign convention, that is left side top negative, bottom positive, right side top positive, bottom negative. Remember this sign convention, it will be easier to draw the bending moment diagram. Okay, from 0 to negative, so 0 means from here I will start, negative means right side it is negative, that means I have to go down. 0 means from here it will start, and right side it is negative bending moment, that is I have to go down, because at right side negative is down, so I have to go down. So I will draw like this, right? Then positive positive, so positive positive, that means from bottom to top, this is positive, this is positive, so I will start from bottom, I will go to top. So I will start from bottom and I will go to top, and the value is 125 and this is above 400, so it will be like this. Okay, next negative to 0, left side negative, that means it is here, so from top to neutral position. So from I start from top to neutral position, so I will start from top to neutral position. This is my ultimate bending moment diagram. Okay, so this is 125, this is negative, so this will be negative bending moment, and this will be positive bending moment, this will be positive bending moment. So this is the bending moment diagram you have obtained after sway and non-sway analysis. I hope you have enjoyed today's class. So let me summarize. In this numerical you have to analyze the portal frame, non-sway analysis and sway analysis. So first step is non-sway analysis. Okay, then step B is sway analysis. In non-sway analysis you will do first find out the distribution factor, then do the moment distribution, then find out the horizontal reaction and vertical reaction, and eventually sway force. Next step is sway analysis. In sway analysis you calculate the net sway force, again you calculate the moment distribution, find out the column A moment, then next step you calculate the final moment. Final moment means that is moment obtained from non-sway analysis, non-sway moment obtained from non-sway analysis plus actual moment. Okay, so actual moment equals to factor K into column A. So this will give you the final moment. Okay, so once you get the final moment, you can calculate the actual horizontal reaction HA and HD and vertical reaction VD and VA. Okay, so after obtaining HA and HD, VA and VD, you come to directly bending moment diagram. Okay, so once you get the final moment, from this final moment, keeping this sign convention, you can easily draw the bending moment diagram. Okay, I hope this problem is understandable and you can solve in the exam. Many steps are there, you have to practice more than 5 times, then only smoothly you can calculate the problem in your exam. Okay, thank you.